Intro, take one.
Hello from hot Kefalonia. Very soon Africa. Very soon Africa.
And the bill?
The bill, yes.
Oh yeah.
So long. Supermarket list. Close the 1,000.
Hey, want me to do it again, do you? There you go. Windy, innit? Yeah, very. Welcome back to Rudgey, aka the Doctor. If you've just joined us, do me a favour, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you've start again. I don't know whether this is going to work. It's a bit windy. Welcome back to Rudgey, aka. Start again. It's Friday. Well, Andy.
Today I'll mostly be mucking about.
There's my hat gone. Oh, there it is. Picked a good road to do this on, didn't we? Beginning of scene, take one. I have to do all this stuff myself, you know. Yeah, that's right. Well, welcome back to Rudgey, aka the Doctor. Makeup again. I can pull my own trousers up, but makeup would be handy, wouldn't it? There's a car coming there. Shall I do it? Yeah. Take two. I don't know, you always stick me on a busy road, don't you? Where's makeup anyway? What, go do it again? Oh, okay. What? Because I said makeup. Right, here we go. Exit, take one. Well, I hope we're not going to have as much traffic as we had last time. A smile. How's that? Yeah, right. What, like that? Yeah, okay. Now, there is one thing about having to stay in and edit, is that you can treat yourself to something from the bakery. Something like this. Yes. Bakeries here are dangerous. In fact, the food here is dangerous. Anyway, let's crack on with the edits. It's Friday. Welcome back to Rudgey, aka the Doctor. If you just joined us, hit the like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. For those of you who visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thanks for that. I wouldn't be able to carry on making these videos without your help nowadays. Right, what have we got this week? Well, this week my son Norton gets back onto the train and on with his European tour. I visit a few bars that play rock music. Well, allegedly, but you'll have to wait to the end of the video to see that, won't you? So, shall we get on with the video? I think we should. Right, so Norton and Yaz wanted to go for a swim. It's their last day. So rather than just nip down to St Thomas, I thought I'd bring them somewhere different. So I brought them to Spatia. You'll have seen this on my channel recently, probably, but I don't think I've been here in season. Certainly not this time of year. I'm going to meet Norton up there in a minute, because my knee's still not good, so I wouldn't mind going for a swim, but of course I've got to walk to wherever we're swimming. Anyway, I'll film what I can for you. It's a brilliant place, this is. I love it here. You've got two beaches. You've got that one there, pretty sandy. You can walk up and round there, which I've done many a time. And then there's a beach round there. I'll tell you what, while my knee's okay, let's have a little wander. It looks like the people off that yacht over there, super yacht, must be in one of the tavernas, well, unless this is them coming off now. They look like staff though, don't they? Or maybe the staff have just come to get some provisions, who knows. Right, let's have a little wander, see if we can see how far we can get. I'd like to do a little bit of exercise because although this leg's playing up, my knee should I say, I think it won't do it any harm to get a little bit of exercise as long as I'm careful. Anyway, great day today. It was on my balcony, 32 degrees this morning, and it was consistently 31 all the way through the night. Bit uncomfortable trying to sleep. Me and Norton were sat outside on the balcony. I went in the end because the wind that was blowing was hot. He just couldn't get away from it last night. I don't mind it during the day. I don't mind it being in the 40s, which it has almost touched yesterday. I'm not so sure it's that hot today, regardless of what the press and various people are saying. I can tell you I won't be walking around with my hat on in a t-shirt. Even I'm not, not that daft. Anyway, enough rambling. Although, is that all the music? Leave in the comments which you prefer. I think I know. Yeah, anyway, that's one beach over there. I just love this place. Me and the Hobbit have been down there a few times. We haven't had a swim here yet. In fact, me, Norton and Yaz were saying that she's, if she's watching this, which I know she probably is, she's disappeared at the hottest point of the year. Though I know she doesn't like the heat at night, women of a certain age. What a great day to be alive. Look at it, it's absolutely superb, this place. Moorings out there for the boats, look. Ah, it's making me want to put out to sea again. Now, I don't want to be a Karen or anything, but you see the signs on the cliffs over there. Well, we had a lot of rain the early part of the year, and some of that ended up down on the beach, and there's people sort of sheltering out from the sun. Underneath that, what happens if that suddenly decides to subside? We have an earthquake, they ain't going to get out of there quickly enough. I don't care who you are, I don't think that's very clever. And you can leave in the comments what you think about that, but that's my point of view. I'm entitled to it. Anyway, enough of that. It's not a very big chase boat, is it? They must have something bigger than that for bringing people ashore on off that boat there. A nice place to sit there as well. That's the other thing I like about this place. And sit in there and enjoy a sandwich or something. I might look into how you go about getting a mooring there. It's quite a nice place to get a mooring from the boat when I get it. The dreams of mice and men. The Hobbit's fault that is. She said, oh, we'll get a boat, we'll get a Jeep, we'll get a Harley. I can't really afford that. And neither can she. At the moment, anyway. I don't know which beach Norton and Yaz went to. They'll have gone. Oh, I can see them. They're right in the distance over there. I was going to say they'll have gone somewhere private. Norton doesn't like too many people around him. You get on very well with the Hobbit, actually, in that respect. Well, I might have a little sit down in the sunshine. I haven't been out in the sun a lot because it's been too hot. I'll have a little sit down in the sunshine and then I'll go and get myself a beer from the taverna. Here's your fishes for Andy. Now, I don't read Greek, but I've noticed that there's measurements on there. Leave in the comments. If my mate Andy's watching, he'll probably beat you to it, but I'm wondering whether that's the minimum size that you can take home. Anyway, I'm going to sit down here in the sunshine for a minute and enjoy the view. Oh, even the concrete's hot. Oh. Well, it looks like the crew are going back to the boat. So I'll see if I get some footage of that for you. All very smartly dressed. Yeah. I think if I owned something multi-million-pound yacht and I had a crew, I think I'd have them all dressed up as pirates. It'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? It's not really practical for them to be dressed like that, is it? I know they've got shorts on and white shirts which will reflect the heat, but I bet they're hot. I'd say, guys, drop your shirts off, you know. Not etiquette though, is it? Yeah, that's what I think I'd do. I'd have them all dressed as pirates. T-shirts with no sleeves in, skull and crossbones on them, pirate hats. Anyway, I think I'm going to go and get myself something to drink. There you are, I've managed to get all this way without any pain, walking normally, and now I suddenly had a shooting pain behind my kneecap, and nice Suzuki there. Anyway, good old Kylie. Let's go and get my stuff out. Alright, well here we are at the taverna, looking down on the beach. I don't know where Norton and Yaz have gone. There you go, you can just see them coming alongside it now to go and get it. What a way to live. I think I've got the better view though. So yeah, you know I said Norton was a fish. It seems his girlfriend's pretty much the same. They're right out there by that rock. Out there somewhere, let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah, you can just make them out. Right in the middle between the two rocks there. Yeah, so he swum from here. That's where his clothes are. They got in there and they've swum all the way out there. He is like a fish. Well, looks like they've finished this swim. Just had another super yacht coming to anchor up. And I'm part way through my beer. Yeah, it's that time of day. So I've just dropped Norton over there. I would have liked to have filmed it, but the port police wouldn't let me park the car to drop him off. I had to drop him off and leave, which I think, well, it's a bit anal. There was plenty of room, you know. I wasn't in the way of anybody. So I think there's a lesson learnt there. Next time I'll get in the queue of cars that's waiting to get on the ferry and then just leave when the ferry's gone. But anyway, that is catching that ferry to Patra and then from Patra to Italy. And then he's on the leg home. So he's going to go through Italy, visit a few places there. Paris, I think, was one of the places. He's going to visit in France and then back to the UK. A bit of a lump in my throat. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, really. Bearing in mind I was the primary carer until he was about 6, really. So yeah, I miss him. And I'm going to miss him. It's been fantastic having him and his girlfriend here. I mean, they've been swimming twice a day. Yeah, it's been good fun watching them enjoy the island. And I hope I did my best taking them to various places that I thought they might like. I hope they enjoyed it. Last night they went into Agostoli and I left them there for a while and then picked them up. He must have enjoyed it because he says he's coming back. He's going to get a flight, so that'll be good. That'd be very good. Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning now. We're just waiting for the ferry to come and get Norton. It's amazing how they swing these ferries around. He's going to come stern to now onto that piece of harbour side there. And I think that one is the one that goes to Ithaca. Right, well, I think it might be time to go and get some breakfast. It's Sunday today, so I should be in the editing room editing, but because I'm up early, I might nip out and get a bit of footage. Get another beach in maybe. And yeah. It's funny, isn't it? I'm going to miss him. I haven't seen him for ages. Anyway, there they go. They're all getting on board now. I'm going to get in Kylie and head off somewhere. Get some breakfast or something.
And now it's time for the news from around the world, and in particular, Kefalonia.
Well, here's the news. As this news goes out, the Hobbit will be landing at Kefalonia Airport. Shares in lemon drizzle cake have plummeted as apparently there isn't any to be found on the island. Although a spokesman for the Rudge camp did say he preferred farmhouse cake or maybe a Victoria's sponge. The Hobbit was apparently outraged as the taxi driver didn't know what day she was coming back. A spokesman for the Hobbit camp said, "We have told them repeatedly when we will be there. He didn't seem to remember." In other news, the famous historian Tom is now in Assos doing historian things. And Rudgey, aka the Doctor, now has his makeup team back on the island. So we look forward to that. Now it's over to the weather with Rudgey in the studio.
Γεια σας, Rudgey. Kalispera. Ναι. Karavados, zesty. Argostoli, πολύ zesty. Luxury, zesty. Foscado, πολύ zesty. Kefalonia, πολύ zesty. Ναι. Γεια σας, Rudgey. Επίσης.
Thank you for that, Rudgey. Ευχαριστώ. Here's a clip of a motorcycle that Rudgey, aka the Doctor, was trying to import into the country. I think you might find this interesting.
I don't think it looks a bit like this. There it goes. And you're in now. Get ready. Oh. Is that it?
So apparently that was part of the tradition of Rudgey's club, where if the tyre needed changing on the back, then you had to take every bit of tread off it before you changed it. Of course, this is done in drag racing to get the tyre hot and sticky so that the bike can then go down the track with full traction rather than spinning the wheel. Unfortunately, in this occasion, the local authorities deemed it to be hooliganism and Rudgey was reprimanded. A spokesman for the Rudge camp did say that it's a shame, but the bike will not now be imported as Wayward Child. The bike was registered in 2000 as a Rudge Special for Quebec, 4Q. Now, it's been registered since then and MOT'd and taxed on British roads quite legally up until about 5 years ago. When Rudgey came to import it to Greece, and this is the important point here, the authorities said that because it wasn't a major manufacturer, i.e. Harley-Davidson, Kawasaki, Honda, things like that, because it was built by a smaller outfit, then it wasn't going to be registered on Greek roads. They wouldn't give it a plate. With no plate, then it's not legal. And of course, if Rudgey imports it on a British plate, he has 2 months to change the registration as a Greek resident. If he doesn't do that, they confiscate the bike. So we earlier spoke to Rudgey, who said he would probably import the bike as parts and use the parts on another bike. And this is where it all starts to get interesting, because when we spoke to him, he said what he was probably going to do was buy a soft tail Harley-Davidson, which has a similar frame to Wayward Child, and put all of Wayward Child's parts onto that bike. So what's the difference? Apart from the fact it was the other bike was Greek registered. Anyway, so that's the news from Kefalonia and around the world. Right, well, here we go. We're in Sammy. I've come over here because I was told that the bar are quite like having a coffee when I'm over here, or sometimes a beer. When I came over here with Norton and Yaz, we were told that they play rock music from 9 o'clock on. And I just thought it'd be a nice place to bring the Hobbit when we got a free spot of an evening, date night and all that. But before we go there, I thought I'd show you the port and what it's like of an evening. You play chess there if you want. All the trip boats are in, of course. I don't know whether you noticed, but there's a lot of Greek being spoken, not much English. There's a lot of Greek people out tonight, which is nice to see. The harbour's that full that they're starting to rack them up along here now. I wouldn't want to spend the night out there. There's a reason they put that in. To break the waves up. If it's going to be a windy night, you're not going to get much sleep. Got a few super yachts moored up out there. Most of the tavernas have got people in. It's good to see. The island has got busy the last month or so. But again, not an awful lot of English people. It's mostly European people, going by the registrations of the vehicles. But usually about now we start getting the influx of the Brits coming. I would imagine it's probably a bit hot for them, July and August. It's been 32 degrees in the house at night and high 30s during the day. It's been quite a bit cooler today, and it is quite a bit cooler tonight. So let's go and have a look at this place, see what we think. It's nice to get out. I've been locked up in the editing room. I seem to be doing too much of that lately. I might have to change how I do things. And I've been having a few problems with Power Director, losing files, and a little glitch that happened recently was that I put the AI on to take the wind noise off and it lost the soundtrack. And of course I didn't realise till I'd made the film, put it in a file. Good job I didn't put it on YouTube. I would have been disappointed, wouldn't I? Anyway, Magnifico is the place we've come to. That's the outside area. I think I might go and find somewhere to sit down in there and get something to drink. Well, there you go, Magnifico. Wasn't a lot of rock music being played, I have to say. More Latino bongo drums and stuff like that. But Yeah, it's all right. It's somewhere to come, isn't it? You know, something different. Anyway, this is something I don't normally film. So we'll have a little wander around before I go back to get the car. And you can see Sammy at night. That's the next generation of 1% bikers coming through there. If we're allowed to ever have such a thing again. It's funny, isn't it, how a place changes the atmosphere completely with a few lights once the sun goes down. Interesting. I mean, as a lot of you know, follow me, this isn't my idea of heaven. Every now and then I don't mind dropping into it. But yeah, I'm finding this a little bit like Nidri, not quite as busy, not quite as commercial. I didn't like Nidri. But yeah, it's nice to come here every so often. People can be so impatient here. Yeah, it's nice to come here every so often. It's not something I do a lot of. You might want to leave in the comments, and that's okay. You know, I've just spotted something that we mentioned in a video a while back now. High street shops and how you used to be able to get all sorts of things. Look at this place. I think it's supposed to be a chandlery. It's got anchors and chain, steel wire for your winch, and then there's hose reels and buckets, storage boxes, pressure washers, bins, ladders. Yeah. Isn't it a pity we haven't got shops like that in the UK anymore? I mean, look at this one as well. Get your green grocery here. A few trinkets to take back to the family. Show you've been to Kefalonia. You can actually smell that shop. It's got herbs and spices. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the car now. Don't think there's much else you'll be interested in. And I might get myself some tea, because that place only did tapas and stuff, which is probably very nice, but I'm a growing lad. I'm going to need something a bit more substantial than that. Okay, so here we are in Lekithra. Just up there you can see the sign on the left hand side. That's the turning for the airport. Back there you can see in the distance the mountain. Why I'm in Kefalonia, you ask? Well, I've just shown you a place in Sami that supposedly plays rock music, and it's a lovely bar, don't get me wrong, but this is just on my doorstep. It's called Mescalero, and the guy does play rock music constantly at a level where you can have a chat if you want to. He also says the starting of September he might have a bit of live music on, and I happen to know another friend of mine, Phil, comes out here and does the vinyl, the decks. So it's a good place to be, especially in the winter for the locals. So let's have a quick look. Here's the man himself. As you can see, he's got just about everything you could imagine on the top shelf. Tequila as well. He does beers. And I've had some good times in here. So yeah, so the place over at Sami, well, that was okay, but this is on my doorstep, and out of the two, I think I prefer this. And like I said, he reckons he's having live music occasionally, starting September probably. So there you go, Mescaleros.
Fed up of paying expensive bills for repairing your van? Do you have trouble reversing into tight spaces? Well, don't worry. Hi, my name's Dave Rudgey, and I've got a new invention. The fend-off, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the fend-off. You can now drive like they do on the continent, straight into things, and the fend-off will save your bodywork. So, hit the link below and give me loads of money, and I will sell you some. The fend-off. The reverser's friend.
Right, well, that was this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. For those of you who haven't already, as I said at the beginning, please hit the like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride, as that helps me immensely. Also, leave in the comments your thoughts on the video, or something that might help other people, anything like that. That all helps the algorithms as well. I'm not quite sure how, but the comments do help. So yeah, why am I in Lourdes, and why did I start the video in Lourdes? Well, just down there we were talking about bars that play rock music, Magnifico, Mescalero. Yeah, well, they do play rock music. Of course, Mescalero definitely plays fairly hefty rock music, the sort that I like. But there's a bar down there called Bar 7, run by my friend Makis. You've probably heard of him before on this channel. It's where I do most of my meetings these days, and where we have my birthday party at the beginning of each year for the YouTubers that are on the island to meet up with me. Yeah, now Makis plays very good music, very good, and he brings a level up and down from rock to soft rock, depending on the clientele. I've watched him, he's quite clever like that. But yeah, that's a really good place to chill out, and of course you have the bonus of watching the sea come and go. So there you go. So yeah, that's this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and remember, dreams do come true, true story, and wherever you go, there you are. I'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and again, thanks for visiting the Coffee and PayPal page. It's just fantastic, you guys are. See you soon. Oh, and before you go, I do, as I said earlier, I do my birthday party at Bar 7. If there's something sort of later on in the year for you guys that you'd like me to do at Bar 7, put some suggestions in the comments. I'll have a chat with Makis, and maybe we'll be able to do something where you meet up with me and it's not my birthday. Anyway, I'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for watching.